got a question. It was.
Okay, hello. It just started playing again. Swan, where are you? Why are you looking like that? Wait, is my mic messed up? You muted.
Sorry, I said I was looking at
Okay.
these webcam stuff, and I popped over NVIDIA, and they have one. But one of the features is it makes your eyes stay on the camera. So even if you're like looking around the room, it's your
What do you
eyes are on
mean?
the
Like it's a
camera.
filter?
I guess so. I'm downloading it now. I didn't know
I
how long
have
it's gonna take.
NVIDIA. Is it free? Like, is it a service you have to pay for?
It looks
Because I
free.
gotta pay for no more service.
It's
So I want to
downloading
see
like
that
it's
on
free.
you, and that's gonna be creepy because I know you were talking about how you want to be able to keep your eyes like on camera.
Not really. I
Like,
was just joking because a lot of like if there's only one person, not like you talking to multiple people, like you'll be looking at the camera. But if you were so right, like if it's two people, it's like you're having a conversation looking at their face and stuff. But
yeah, y'all just gonna get this me not looking at the whatever.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna be like,
right, that's gonna be
absolutely.
Hey, Senpai Killer over there on Twitch. I see you. Hello. Long time no see. I feel like I always say that, but not for real. It feels like it's been a minute since we was like for real streaming. Like both of us cammed up, had all our stuff. Ooh, bitch, we close. Hey. Ooh, bitch, we close. You want back up? Let me back up.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. I just
had
caught me
meant
off
to
guard.
do this.
You did it as
I
you
had-
said it, so it
I
caught me off.
to do that, so I forgot. Let me put this up at least. There we go. Okay, that's available. Okay, well, welcome to Otaku Talk, the podcast that is a little chaotic, but we be talking about anime stuff most of the time. And today is one of those days because One Piece live action has come out on Netflix and it has taken the world by storm. And it is on the forever mission of One Piece to convert other people to One Piece watchers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conspiracy. And 1 second. Let me see. Stop moving? Stop it. Come back. Stay there. Okay. Because I feel like my mic is facing the floor and that's weird. And now it's weird. We struggling. Okay. Is this okay? Oh, that's good, right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, Ty Libra. The agenda is real. Like, let's talk about the One Piece agenda and how it's bad for kids. But
That was
we will be talking
bad for kids.
because when people always say the agenda is coming for our children.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was one of those people that just wear bangs in my face. I'm gonna try it.
Give it a little. Just leave it.
This shit's gonna irritate my soul. I'm gonna try. So we did watch the One Piece live action episode 1. Y'all asked it too much. One Piece is coming for the kids. Thank you, Senpai Killer. It really is. And Jujutsu Kaisen Shibuya incident arc has started. I'm so excited about it. So we're gonna be talking about those. So what are we gonna talk about first? Jujutsu Kaisen. Stop playing with me. Did you want to talk about One Piece first?
No, sorry, I lost you completely for a second.
Oh, okay. I
was like, hello? But you said
okay.
No, we can talk about One Piece, yeah.
I'll take it home. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about? One Piece? Because I definitely said Jujutsu Kaisen.
I told you I lost you for a minute. So we can do Jujutsu.
I know.
We can do Jujutsu Kaisen first. Yeah, because I do have some stuff to say about One Piece, although probably not a lot. You might be spearheading that conversation.
You don't have a lot to say? No, let's go.
I do got some good stuff.
No, let's do it now. We got to do it now. We got to do it now.
Sure?
So, yep, because you already said that. Now I want to know. I'm just nosy, so I definitely need to know. So,
and I haven't looked up none of like the reviews. I've only ever heard a couple of my coworkers like get excited about it, but I haven't talked to anybody since it aired. I just watched it an hour and a half ago, because you was like, check it out.
Why the music slow down like that?
You're still going for me.
Oh, okay. Just as long as it's fine for y'all, because it was really creeping me out. It sounded like a horror movie, like it was really scary. But yeah, I think it's cute. So let's get into our reaction to the One Piece first episode. It's well, first let's start off with our hatred of the One Piece anime. I think that's only a fair place to start. Okay.
It's not a hatred. It's a overt indifference. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's not like I hate it though. It's just not my cup of tea for my viewing pleasure. And they not
right. The Senpai Killer said, hey. It's for me, like, I've watched the pilot of One Piece like multiple times. And I feel like each time I was like, I'm going to try to watch One Piece. One, it's one of the big 3 anime. So it's like, it obviously is a big deal. It obviously has a huge fan base. And just say One Piece in a room full of people, and I swear they gonna come. They gonna try to convert you. They like Jehovah's Witnesses. But it's definitely one of the big. So I've wanted to watch it. So many people love it. But I've probably tried to watch it 3 times, maybe total. 3 times over the span of all of my anime watching lifespan, and I just couldn't get into it. So the first thing is, what made it hard for you to get into the anime tour? Because I know you tried to watch it before too. So what made it hard for you to watch the anime?
So it was probably a combination of things. One, it was just like immediately from the stuff I was watching around that time. I mean, even till now, like the art style just was not for me. I just wasn't appreciating. I don't know if appreciate is the word I want to use, but I just wasn't into it. It felt, I don't know. I was just so into like real tight lines and a lot of, I guess, detail in a lot of what was going on. Like I like the orgasm artistry of like stuff like Fate, and like what we're getting like with Demon Slayer and stuff like that. Like I was into like the wildness of that type of animation at the time, and I wasn't really digging deep into anime to really like only be watching stuff with amazing plot points, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's just from surface level, it wasn't my cup of tea. So I just never really jumped on it because I had plenty to keep me busy. And by the time I actually started to hear good stuff about One Piece, like people actually trying to get people into it, we were already like 600 episodes deep. So at that time I was like,
the episode is so many.
And I feel like I even thought about around that time, like, okay, it's only like 500 episodes, whatever. Let me like dedicate some time. I just never did it. And then when I went back like a couple of years after that to like actually go back and I was like, let me watch this pilot. I watched it with these adult eyes and I was just like, I don't know if I got it in me to like fight through until like epic parts, what people are telling me. So I just never did it. And I gave up because I realized I'm not alone. I gave up because I realized there's a lot of people that just don't want to make that journey, and that is fine, and that is okay.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
That's where I'm at in my life right now.
I must be pushing my computer to the brink. 1 second, y'all. Hold on, because it's really like, bitch.
The
first
brink.
of all, it's to the brink. Shout out to Shy Cutie for shout out to Shy Cutie for resubscribing. Thank you, appreciate you. Yeah. So, you know, I always feel like One Piece feels like somebody drew. You know, when you do the little flip books. You know, you like draw one picture and then you flip the pages. It be feeling like that.
Just in the corner,
it's
just
very
walking.
like, it's not. I'm not into it. Hey, critically drinking. I don't actually hate One Piece. This alert came in hella late. That's all I'm gonna say. Hold on 1 second.
I forgot how blessed I am that you cut those off for me. Because you scared me with them.
Cannot hit it. They scare me because it's the first time I had them on for a long time. And this music is not. Oh, first of all, let me cut this off.
It's a little choppy.
Let me cut some stuff. Let me cut some stuff. I got Spotify on for no reason. I got all kind of stuff on in the back. But yeah, I hate Luffy's voice more than anything. I hate.
Yeah, I don't really love Luffy's voice either. Now that you mention it,
it feels like Luffy's always yelling to me. Like
Asta, like Naruto.
Yes, I hate Naruto too. And it's also it reminds me a little bit of Gohan's voice in the English. In English, in Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Gohan. Yeah. Gohan, I Goku.
Yeah, Gohan, when he was a kid Gohan. It's just a certain voice in anime. If I hear it, it's literally why I couldn't watch Naruto. I skipped to Shippuden because his voice is different. Yeah,
Gohan's voice is it's not like you actually believe it's a child's voice. It's like, you know how like Bob's Burgers, Linda, like it's it's obviously a male just doing woman inflections, but it's absolutely no disguising that male voice. And I feel like it's kind of same like with Gohan. It's like this is obviously a grown person thinking they sound like a child, when really you're just like have some kind of nasally grit or whatever to your voice.
It's like a gravelly, nasally voice. And I just hate that brand of voice acting. I hate Naruto's voice. I hate Luffy's voice. That for me is one of the biggest things. Even when my husband was watching it, he started watching it. I think he got to episode 300. He got a third of the way through. And I just remember being so irritated when he be watching it. You know what I'm saying? In the living room. Because I just hear Luffy ass yelling. It's like I got another kid in the house. Like, I got kids and they quiet. But here go Luffy yelling in my living room. Like, it's just, he yells too much for me. And it's very annoying. So that's a big barrier for me. Because, one, I'm not finna read 1,000 episodes, okay? I'm not reading 1,000. I'm not watching One Piece in subtitles. I'm just not doing it. I got stuff to do. I got too much stuff to do. So I'm not going to do that.
You're going to have to play it in English so you can be able to multitask.
Exactly. Like, but I've caught my husband when he was watching it, you know, every once in a while there's something going on and I'm like, ooh, what's going on here? And I'm like watching it, you know. And I'm like, this is kind of cute. I could see myself enjoying it, but I just can't do it. It's something about it. I just can't really commit to push past my hatred of his voice. The ugly, especially in the early episodes, the animation is not giving.
And I feel like that was the linchpin for me when I was younger. That fully was like, do I want to sit here and watch this, or do I want to go watch something else I feel is a little bit more riveting? So I decided a little bit more riveting.
Yeah.
You know? And
also, like, I did watch the Gear 5 fight, because when I first saw Gear 5 Luffy, I wasn't convinced. I didn't understand the hype. I was like, this sounds like a Looney Tunes episode. That's literally what I said. I was like, this is giving Looney Tunes. I'm like, I'm not into it. I understood that the stylistic choice and why they did it, but as for me, I'm just like, this is not why I come watch anime. This is what I come to watch anime for. But I did watch like the subsequent fights, and the animation was great. It was amazing. It was. Is it the best I ever saw? We're not gonna push it. But it was okay. So those are some of the reasons we couldn't watch. I just wanted, before we talk about the live action episode 1, I just wanted to talk about why we never really could get into the anime in the first place. So what did you think about the Netflix adaptation? Why I still got this started soon up here. Go ahead.
I thought it was very, very cute. I thought it was a cute episode 1. I kind of tried to go into it with, listen to me. I tried to go into it with no knowledge of One Piece. That wasn't a feat. I didn't have to try very hard. But also, like, it was just like anything I knew of it, I tried to just put to the side. Like, its goofiness, whatever references I did have of One Piece, I tried to just put it to the side. Even to the point of like any little things I do about like the main characters like Zoro and Luffy and what's his name? Chef Flame Feet Man.
Why I'm about to say Santorini?
Sanji.
Well, I was going to say Santorini.
Santorini,
Greece.
That sounds right.
I know that's not their main name. I don't know why I was about to say that.
Was that right? What was it?
It's Sanji. It's Sanji.
Sanji.
Because remember we was talking about him with fire powers. I remember that. That's the only thing. I do know that.
But anyway, I went into it just trying to wipe the slate clean and just enjoy this hour of television, essentially. And I did think it was very cute. I thought there was some funny jokes in there. I thought it was some great shade. I did not hate the way they did his stretching powers, his plastic body. I thought it was done really well.
I thought it was gonna be given 2000s. When we first got computer animation in the hands of regular people, I thought it was going to be given that stretch tool. And
exactly.
I was concerned. I was
very. I saw a little bit of it in the trailer, which kind of gave me like, okay, let's see. And I really didn't make it a point to actually sit down and watch this. Like keep in mind, like I said, I watched an hour and a half ago. You had to remind me, but it was an enjoyable hour of television. Now, will I consistently go watch these episodes if this podcast wasn't a thing? That's a 40% yes, 60% no. Just because, like, not like I would completely just cancel it, not like want to watch it, but like I feel like I would be like laying down on a Tuesday, being like, "Oh, did a new episode come on? Let me go check it out." You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be a great casual watcher for this.
Yeah. Even me, I'm not feeling like it's like I gotta know, I gotta binge it. But it definitely feels more like, like, oh, it's nothing else. None of my shows are like running right now. Like, I just kind of want to sit down and watch something. Oh, it's the One Piece. Let me watch an episode. I probably would do one episode at a time because it is a lot. Like,
I don't want to binge this for some reason. No. Like, I watched the first episode. I was like, oh, that's cute. Let's talk about this. And then, like, now that I've seen it and we're about to get into it more, I'm kind of like, I'm gonna watch it when I get to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about the anime. Like, it's not like there are fights and stuff, but I feel like it's a story. Like, it's just generally it's like a good story. I've gathered that it's a good story in there somewhere. But like, I feel like I would want to watch One Piece casually. And the fact that there's 1,000 episodes, I just can't within myself. I feel like I'll never catch up. I will never catch up. At the pace I probably would realistically watch a show like this, I'm never going to catch up. And that for me is enough to make me not even want to indulge, like start the journey. Because I'm not going to binge One Piece. I know this because I've watched fights. I've watched a few episodes and it's just nothing in me that's like, oh my God, like, let's keep going. And just like sitting there, hit and play. So I agree. That what else? So what did you think about the casting? Well, I guess I'll say I enjoyed it. I laughed, I chuckled. I was kicking my feet giggling. Like, it was really cute. It definitely has some cute little moments, in there. And I could tell that it's like wholesome. And I can see why people like Luffy and the Straw Hat. Like, I could see that.
It did feel really wholesome. Until they did the same thing Wednesday did. Like, they like have this fun little goofy nature of it. Like, the acting's not like amazing, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's still good serviceable. But then at the same time, you just slide in people getting their bodies cut in half and viscera.
Yeah. But they didn't really show it. Like they didn't see the body slide, you know what I'm saying? Like off of itself.
We saw his whole gut though. Like we saw his body clean right in half. And I
Did
saw
we
it's like it was kind of angled to where you could see it.
I don't remember seeing it. Also, like when she smashed that guy's head, Alvita, they didn't show it, but they showed like the guts, like on the ground.
Mm.
And now the guy be, but I feel like One Piece, people be naked in One Piece, right?
I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, I was shocked about the guy being naked though. But I was like, well, I think people be naked in One Piece. I feel like I've seen a clip somewhere. Yeah, I'm over here and y'all, hello. And did I say hey to Shy? Hey Shy. Shout out to Shy Cutie. She cooks some ribs, macaroni and cheese. That's why I'm all gunky now. Eating all that macaroni and cheese and collard greens. And it was slamming. So shout out to Shy Cutie, my new neighbor down the street. Hold on one second.
Ooh, not me going to, I just tried to go to Netflix to pull up an episode. And it fully jumped to the middle. I think this is the middle of episode 2. It's some good CGI coming.
Oh, episode 2?
It's some good CGI coming. Yeah.
I've seen like little clips of it and I'm like actually very impressed that it like we've done a show on the Cowboy Bebop anime adaptation, which was Netflix as well, which we hated it. But I was very pleasantly surprised. Like I haven't watched enough source material to know what I'm looking at, but I thought it looked very like it wasn't anything that was jarring that like took me out of it. Like looking at it, it looks very campy. It's very colorful. Like I enjoy the camp. I enjoy, that they have all these pirates and they dress crazy and they wear weird stuff. Like for some reason, it all seems like it would be in the same worlds. And I know that's easier to pull off in the anime, but I feel like in live action, it could be very hard to like actually pull that off, that all these weird people would just like be in the same world. I don't know, but I think they did a good job just at looking at episode 1. But we all know we here for Zoro, so let's stop playing. So what do we think of the casting? Let's get to the casting.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just got through it, and Brian was completely and utterly right. Like his top half falls off, but his bottom half like drops to his knees and then falls and is facing the camera.
I guess I was just looking at Zoro. I was not looking at this man fall apart on the screen. I guess maybe I wasn't. Who knows?
But I mean, yeah, Zoro's probably. Is he my favorite part of this? I don't know. I really enjoy Luffy, although
I do.
I want him. I don't know what it is like, and I feel like I don't have a leg to stand on when I'm requesting this, but I don't know. I just feel like I can tell he's acting. That's the only thing I like hated, that when I can tell a lot of these like actors and actresses are acting. Okay. And that's like, I want to say it's a small, I do want to say it's a small thing because like it didn't stop me from enjoying the show at all. Like I said, at the end of the day, I did enjoy episode 1. I'm looking at this little random clip in episode 2. The CGI that I just saw alone kind of makes me want to watch number 2. So I'm gonna fall back on a whole immediate resolute answer on how I feel about this show, only because I've only seen episode 1. I'm gonna give it a couple episodes. I think I'm gonna watch episode 2 and 3 just because of that little bit I saw. I was impressed in 2 seconds, so it kind of got me interested.
But you were saying
I might be singing a whole tune next week.
When I walked off, you were saying you feel like the lead who plays Luffy, you could tell he's acting. And I think I kind of like there are parts where his performance is really strong for me. Like that part where he set Zoro free and he was like, that was really like, I don't know. I was like, that's really cute. I like that part. But there are some parts.
I like the scenes with old pink hair.
With who? Oh yeah. Which I don't know. Now I don't know that baby name. As I get older and I'm Southern, I can't remember nobody's name. So I don't remember that baby name.
This an hours and change ago, okay? And I never watched One Piece, so the names I don't even know if he's a main character in that. I don't know.
But I actually like, because I actually did watch. So I may have watched a couple episodes of One Piece before when I tried to watch it. And I do remember
Mhm.
this character. But I like his little makeover in the show. They was like, they gave him a glow up. I was like, he cute. I like this. I
I need
don't
to see the
know.
before and afters, like the
Yeah.
live action version versus the cartoon version. That's what I need.
I'm sure that's
Because I
something
was,
like you should be pull it up
yeah, because
as
I
we
was
go
able to
through.
immediately recognize the first three. You know, oh, my girl with the orange hair, Zoro, and then
Right.
Luffy. I got them.
Me sitting
They
in the living
they
room, like, is that the
spend
girl with
tens
the
of
big?
dollars for it.
I'm sitting here like, is that the girl with the big titties? That's what I was asking him. He was like,
That's the
they
girl in the
all.
purple dress, right? With the hand abilities. She
Well,
be
he said
kicking
they
niggas'
all.
ass with
Oh, okay.
hands.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of somebody else, but he said they all got big titties, so that wasn't useful.
Okay.
I was like, okay, didn't know that. Let's see.
But I did
So
like how it gave me like seeing this first villain or this first pirate or whatever. She definitely gave me like Joe Tabaki vibes for some reason. I don't know what it was. It was the fact that like you're not immediately like intimidating, I guess, right off the bat, but then you turn out to be this hardcore villain that everybody is scared of. I thought that was cute.
Who, the villain?
Yeah, in the beginning, the captain that
Oh, the
Luffy
captain.
ended up
Yeah,
saving. Yeah.
yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up the picture. I'll share this one. Now you got that song from Jujutsu Kaisen in my head. You are my special one. Okay, so this is the main three. And I do know that, like, I do know One Piece has a colorful cast of characters. That's one thing I do know. Why are you sitting there giggling?
I was trying to get it back together because I just thought I couldn't think of nobody but T.S. Madison because I was watching this and in my brain I was like, Luffy Mexican. Is Luffy Mexican? But then I looked up and it was like Brazilian.
Brazilian.
So, and then that whole thing, man. But the boy that played him Mexican. No, but he's Brazilian.
Is he Mexican? He Brazilian.
I looked it up. He's Mexican. And Luffy's apparently supposed to be Brazilian. Is that not true?
Okay, so that was shocking for me. That was shocking for me because now I'm sure they mentioned this. If anybody is listening and they watch One Piece now, when did we get that Luffy was Brazilian? Because that's also annoying to me. Now I'm not gonna ask much from Japanese voice actors or voiceovers for dubs. I'm not asking for that, but I did not know Luffy was even Brazilian. So that was shocking for me to find out. But I like that the person.
I think there's like a bunch of different, like each character maybe represents a different place, like France.
Oh, is that what we got going on?
Yeah, and then Zoro's Japanese, she's Sweden.
I saw somebody's Jamaican.
Yeah, and Luffy's supposed to be Brazil, I think.
Well, that's cute. Did the anime really go that far into that?
I have no idea. Girl, you asked the wrong person. This is the Google search because I was like, oh, he's Mexican. Is Luffy Mexican? Right. And then it had made me.
But I like that
I was like,
his accent though. I like that they casted someone with the accent, and I actually like his accent because once again, I hate Luffy's voice in the anime, so I'm very pleasantly surprised with this. I was gonna say about his acting that it would be hard for me, I think, as an actor to play someone like Luffy in real life. You know what I mean? Because he's so
goofy,
over
and
the
there
top,
is like
goofy,
that.
loud.
And when you think about it, what is like a hardcore good portrayal of Goofy? Like, well, that's a lie. There's a lot of like goofy characters out here that do well. Like I'm thinking of like when I think of Goofy,
I'm so toxic.
Like,
I was gonna say some of y'all baby daddies is Goofy personified,
but they're not. That's Goofy in a like you stupid way, not a Goofy in a funny way. You know what I mean?
But Luffy
like
is
I feel like you have you seen
Luffy's
Blank
like
Man?
stupid smart.
Have you seen Blank Man or like Pootie Tang? Like those are things that are extremely goofy, but I can't tell they acting. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I could be asking for a lot, but that just feels like nitpicking as well. Like I don't want to take.
But how would you play such a? He's such a like optimist. Like he's just unrealistically optimistic and like
Mhm.
smiley and like stupid but smart. He's kind of got that Goku thing going on where like he has really good senses when it comes to some stuff, and then he's like really stupid when it comes to other things. I don't know.
Mhm.
I feel like it would be very hard to play Luffy. Like I wouldn't want someone to come on here and play him like the anime Luffy, I think. So I'm kind of okay with the portrayal that the actor has chosen, and like him always smiling. I did see an interview where he was talking about that, purposely doing that. Sorry, I was like so congested. But so there are some parts where I'm like, okay, this is a little weird, but then like I remember
Mhm.
who he's playing, and then I'm like, okay, I guess it's cool. So
Yeah.
what would we rate him? Let's rate out of the first episode, just first impression. What would you rate his acting? Like not necessarily in comparison to the anime, but just in general.
Mhm. I did, like I said, I did enjoy myself. It wasn't enough for me to like feel, because there was moments where I was just like, okay, this is for children. But that's just a moment in time through that experience. So I'm gonna give him like a 7. And I want to
Yeah,
give him like a 7 just because I do plan on giving it a couple more episodes to watch. So I'm giving
yeah,
it like time to grow on me. So I'm gonna
yeah,
give him room to grow with a 7. Yeah. Maybe like
yeah.
as like episode 9, I don't know how many episodes it is, but like maybe like towards the end it starts getting more used to it. So like that's the thing. If I still feel this way by episode 10, there's probably a problem. But like
Right.
if I like lean into it and really get into it, that's gonna be a good sign for me.
He has so many strong moments where he's like telling people like, "Oh, you're gonna join my crew," and they're like, "No, I'm not." It's like really cute. I don't know. He's doing a good job, but yeah, I would say a
Mhm.
solid 7 right now. There are some choices where I'm like, "Why is he making this choice?" But then at the same time, like once again, it's Luffy. I think he would be very hard to adapt into a realistic portrayal, like where you not realistic in a sense of like it's so realistic, but just like you believe, you know, if you had seen the anime, I'm sorry, uh, would you be able to watch this? You know what I mean? So I think he's making a good choice because as somebody who don't watch the anime, I still find myself liking his character, and it's unrelated to liking the source material because you know what I mean. I just feel
Right.
like he could be so true to it that only people who like the anime will be able to like follow or hang in
Mhm.
there with him. So I think it's a really smart choice in how he's playing him. Okay. So Zoro, let's see.
Zoro
What do
8.
you think?
Zoro 8, and
You
I'm
are
giving him an 8. I give it 8.5. I like
he
Zoro.
ate
Zoro
it.
was fun.
Why do you like Zoro?
I don't know. It didn't feel like overacted, because and then that's the thing too with the character, and it's just like he's kind of subdued. He's not like a big personality or whatever, and I can't remember much in vain of like his how he presents himself as far as like the lines he says, because this one had a little mouth on it, and I liked it, and I
He
couldn't
did have a
remember
little mouth
Zoro.
on. He be talking trash. I Zoro was one of out of all the clips and things I've seen of One Piece. I haven't seen much of Zoro, so maybe we should watch a little scene with him just so we can get like a
Hmm.
cute little feel of his character. But
Yeah,
I do like this portrayal of Zoro. He's pulling off the green hair. He's pulling it off.
definitely pulling off the
The
green hair. I was
Yeah,
nervous
he's
about
definitely
that.
pulling it. I was very nervous. I'm happy with the color choice they made for the green hair
Hmm.
because if he was in that little mint green down here, this little spearmint
There was gonna
green,
be
I
a
don't think it.
problem, right? Because
I
only
don't think it
that,
would have been
because
working.
because Goro looked like a little piece. I'm not saying Goro. Zoro looked like a little piece down there in the animated little clip,
Definitely feel like
and
if I
he's
could
he's
like
working with that hair.
yeah, I was gonna say if I could like the anime, I definitely feel like I would be lusting over Zoro. But I once again, that's a stretch because the way One Piece is animated, like I hear some women in the fandom be like, "Oh, that's my babe." I can't imagine the way they draw these characters. I just don't. You got shows like Jujutsu Kaisen out here. That's all I'm gonna say. It, it's just you asking for me to fill in a lot of details. It's also like that with Naruto
You asking
characters
me to
for
fill
me.
in a lot of
Yeah, like
details.
a lot. It's like that for me with like Naruto characters. Like people be like they so fine. I'm like it's just very simplistic line art. I just can't see it. I don't be seeing it. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. But if I could,
you gotta give it to Itachi though. But that's whatever.
do I?
What?
If Itachi was drawn in the style of Jujutsu Kaisen men, probably. I'm sure he would be fine.
I want to see
I'm
that.
sure he would be fine. Yeah. But in the style that Naruto is drawn in, I can't. I just can't do it. So I'm trying to find a clip of Zoro. Should we watch him fighting or just like him talking to Luffy or something?
Yeah, just
I don't know if I wanna see him.
pull up his introduction, maybe, or something. I think I just want to hear.
Okay, I'm gonna
his,
do. Here's one with Zoro talking about Luffy and Kid, who we don't know who that is. Then Zoro gives a speech. Which one? No, I'm gonna do
No, I
this.
kind of just want to hear him shit talking somebody.
But I don't know how to find. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's true.
Okay, I'm pulling up one now. Let me stop. Damn, I should have just shared that tab instead. Why I do that?
How ain't nobody got
English?
to that yet? I was really looking for Itachi and Jujutsu.
Right.
Jujutsu
Ooh, this
Kaisen
loud.
style.
I'm not. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's going on.
I love how they gave that like absurdly detailed mecha scene to that. He dope though. And now that I'm seeing him, I'm kind of like, this Zoro a little young looking.
Yeah, compared to in the anime.
Mm-hmm. Like that's a thick neck ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like.
Are they gonna be doing stuff like that in the show?
I don't know. I'm hoping they keep, like, I know it's like gum fruits and everybody got these crazy weird powers and all this extra shit, but like, I don't know, just from that first episode and looking at that little glimpse for the second episode, I hope there's like a level of, and that might be so lame to say for these One Piece fans that have been watching all these ridiculous Looney Tune ass experiences, but I don't know, to me it's kind of like hoping they keep a little bit of realism to it. Like, I don't know, but I wanted to feel really real, if that makes sense. Like,
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind even like seeing powers, but they don't have to
I don't
be
mind
like
seeing
true to
powers.
the anime. Like it with his hand like flaming. Like it would even be cool if it was like kind of flame from the inside. You know, like you could see it glowing from the inside. Like I don't need it to be true
little
to the
touches
anime.
like that.
Yeah, little changes where you're like, okay, that's
Because
cute.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that first scene in the live action, it kind of like gave me Game of Thrones, and I had a moment, like a vision, like when the dude was being, you know, the guy that has the treasure, yeah,
right.
When he was up there and all those people, the CGI of the crowd and everything, and like just the way that was delivered, I was like, a piece of my mind was like, One Piece Game of. And I was like, I would have watched the shit out of that.
Right. I mean, because in essence, it's kind of like the same
that.
idea. Like everybody's after this thing, like the Iron Throne. Everybody is after this thing, the One Piece. So I mean, yeah, it was giving it at first. I would love that, but I mean, it's campy though. It's definitely camp, and I'm enjoying the camp though, like how goofy it is, and it's like it's taking itself serious, but not too serious. And I think that's a good balance when you're talking about making an anime and like One Piece, because with the Cowboy Bebop in Netflix, I think that was one of the problems. Like it took itself too serious, but which would have been fine. But then it had these really weird campy moments, like
like the commercial
that didn't fit. Yeah, they didn't fit Cowboy Bebop. Like they had their little moments with like that, in the anime, but like how they did Vicious, for instance. Like I just feel like you shouldn't introduce any camp to a character like Vicious. You know
Okay,
what
I
I
see what you
mean?
mean. Because the
Yeah,
commercial was pretty true to the commercial of the show, actually.
yeah.
But
That they had
I
their
see that
moment.
element too. Yeah, but with
Hmm.
Vicious, I was absolutely right. Like Vicious should not have had. He should have had no jokes. Like they really should have took him all the way and just made him this intimidating figure. That man, that handsome Squidward was not vicious. Not my vicious. To be honest. Is she okay? I hope she ain't choking over there. Everybody, let's say a prayer for Brittany. Yellow. How the Japanese kid all of a sudden Brazilian? I don't know. Is he naturally Japanese?
I think he Brazilian in the show. They were saying. They were saying
I'm
and
looking
it.
it up
Like
again.
the anime fans on Twitter were saying that they kind of that's known canon. So, but you know how anime is. You ain't gonna know. I don't think. I mean, he ain't got no accent or nothing. So.
Well, then, if that's true, I need people to get off my case about me wanting more black people in anime because Brazil ain't in Japan. Brazil ain't
What
near
is it?
Japan. Okay. I need to get a little bit more representation then. If y'all just when did One Piece come out? One Piece air date. That was in 2004. That was in 2004. I don't think I'm asking too much to get a good, solid anime from the Japanese people and have a good black main character. I don't have a problem. I don't think I'm asking too much. But I mean, I'm definitely giving One Piece a chance. I'm gonna watch. I'm not gonna like say any promises that I'm watching the whole thing, but I'm definitely gonna watch enough episodes. We're gonna talk about it again. We're gonna do another like how we feel about it and catch up. And I don't know. I could become a huge fan of this version of One Piece and then go back and still not like the anime version. Okay, Google confirmed. Yes, always been Brazilian. I've watched a bit of One Piece, never knew. I mean, I don't blame you because, like Bree said, he don't really look like a Brazilian character. Like I just wouldn't instantly go, oh yeah, he's from that place. We got a little word over here. His full name is a monkey. That is true. He's from Brazil. What was the inspiration? Well, no, I think his does Luffy have a staff in any of? Yes, he does. He has to. Doesn't he have a staff in the Gear 5 fight? Because I was about to say Monkey D. Luffy. I'm
Hey,
imagining with him being like a
I'm
stretchy.
back.
You okay?
Yes, girl. I mean, not girl. Yes, girl. Yes. Because I'm sick, I like took medicine.
Oh, right.
And I guess the Mucinex is working, bitch, because the way I'm sitting here, I'm like, had sinus pressure. So I'm like, let me take some Mucinex and some like ibuprofen. And woo, the way it's just like everything is draining. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, good. I mean, this is good, but not right now. This is also not helpful. So I had to go push. But I'm good for another 5 minutes. So but
I was
yes,
just talking to the chat. Yellow was like, "How is the whole Japanese kid all of a sudden Brazilian?" And we
no,
both
he
did
was
a
always.
Google search.
Yeah.
But he said his name is Monkey D. Luffy, and I had me thinking. I was like, well, I mean, is he supposed to be like a what's that monkey god?
Ain't it
Sukam,
Goku?
Son Goku, Son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's who Goku is based off
I know
of.
Goku is. I know Goku
Yeah,
is,
but
but
I think Luffy is too.
is he too?
Yeah. I feel like he is too, which is makes it even weirder that he's Brazilian because there's such a like Asian. But I mean, it is a Japanese show, so I kind of always took it that way. Like it's gonna be lore, it's gonna be influenced by the actual culture where it was created. But I guess because they're pirates and like you don't really pirate in the seas of Japan, so they would be pirating like in the Caribbean. That's where pirates like are. So
Look at us. Look at
yeah.
us educating people on One Piece.
Right. So I just it always made sense to me that you know, they would be like Brazilian and Jamaican and stuff like that versus like, yeah, ain't nobody pirating in the Pacific. Not the North, not up there with Japan. Ain't nobody doing that. So yeah, that would make sense to me. For that. Yeah, that Mucinex will clean you out. Tell you.
So
Uh,
what do you give Zoro? And then I guess we
Because
can go
I
next one.
love smut and I love J-pop and I think he's beautiful and I think that was a wise choice. Because like if they didn't make him young and pretty, because I mean this Zoro looking at One Piece once again is One Piece, so I got a feeling a lot of what I think they was trying to do with this line art. Zoro doesn't strike me as a pretty boy. Like when we just watch that little clip, and anytime I've seen him, he doesn't strike me as a pretty boy. What about you? Do you
Not like
think?
all the way. I would think it would make sense to make him, you know, in the vein of attractive in a live action because he already has this
Yeah.
epic, dope ass, you know, demeanor and aura about him. And he does
Yeah.
have moments like in that little clip. And I've seen other images of Zoro that was like,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's definitely
you
giving
know,
like beefcake, but well, I guess in the same
I could have
sense of
seen
like,
somebody a little older, like a little
but
bit,
I
like maybe
appreciate
somebody
that.
in there like 20, 26, 27 that
But
just
you
had
got
a
to think
little
like when
bit of
One
like,
Piece was made, like what's a beefcake or attractive was different from now. So I definitely see anime Zoro being like attractive beefcake. In when was One Piece like? When did the anime start? So I want to say something wild like
2004.
in the 80s. I want to say
2004.
something like the 80s.
Like the anime? I mean, or
No,
the manga?
the manga. Because
Oh, okay. I was about to say
drawn
anime was
to the
2000.
likeness of the manga. So it would be when the manga was written. Because the anime, they just copy the style, right? For the most part.
That would be 1997. Yep,
Okay, yeah. So even
1997.
then, like Fabio, like the beefcake, the beefy guys, versus now in like 2023, that's not really like what you would cast if you're like he's a womanizer. You wouldn't necessarily, I mean, there's still buff guys that are like attractive, but I just saying like the stereotypical like beefy, thick neck guy. I just feel like the guy they cast is still the same in that sense. Like he's just more modernized, attractive.
Yeah, because back in
Modernized, like
if they
attractive.
did a live action 1997, they probably would have put like Stone Cold Steve Austin in the
That's
green
what I'm
wig.
saying. Some swole ass nigga, big ass
Right.
neck. But now, us girlies like, little K-pop boys and stuff. And yeah, I think he's a good casting. So
And he's doing
his
a good
acting
job.
isn't. I mean, he doesn't have the most lines or I haven't really seen him acting yet, but he's done well. I like his badass thing. I'm gonna give him an 8. I'm gonna give him an 8. I like it. It didn't make me pause and it didn't take me out of it. So I'm gonna give him an 8. What about Nami?
So Nami, now this is a character I have the
Let me
least frame of
find her.
reference for.
Yeah.
I've seen snippets of her interactions with Luffy, so it kind of informs
Hmm.
me, and it kind of feel like this portrayal of her is like close to what she is doing in anime, but at the same time, because I don't have a lot of information about Nami, it just feels like a Faye character,
Like a what?
like Faye from
Oh yeah.
Cowboy
Okay.
Bebop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just feels like that archetype of a character. So I wasn't really blown away, nor was I like disappointed. So it was just
Hmm.
kind of like a So I'm gonna give her a 5 because I just don't know which other way to go with it. Like it didn't blow me away, but I just don't know enough, or like I don't even know if I would like that character. So I don't know.
Yeah.
She just didn't do much for me. She was just
She
there.
doesn't do much for me either.
Mhm.
I did like the moments where they were kind of like going back and forth, and she's like, this isn't your ship, and like, apparently she's a good badass fighter and stuff in the show as well. I don't really know a
Okay.
lot about her. I would think that I was asking my husband, like, is this what happened? He's like, yeah, this is pretty much, kind of what happened. So, I'm interested to see. Now for me, this gonna sound petty, but if I don't see her in a bikini top, I'm gonna be upset. So she could wear her little
And
white
like a
t-shirt
white and
right now.
blue. Am I
Well,
thinking of the
she had the
same
shirt
image?
on. It's red. It's like red. I always see her in this red one. But
Mm.
like, if she just has a t-shirt on all the time, I'd be a little upset. Now she ain't got to be running around in action sequences in a bikini and stuff like that. And I know a
Mhm.
lot of that in the anime is fan service, but I kind of still feel like if the character has a classic look, you're gonna have to drive by at least one time. You ain't gotta
At
have
least
many.
once.
We gotta see it once. Luffy got
Yeah, we
his
better have
clothes
a
on.
random
Zoro
beast
got his
thing.
clothes on. Yeah, we need to see her in this
Oh,
in a swimsuit at some point.
I bet you money. Zoro not keeping that shirt. There is
You
gonna
don't think
be.
so?
He's not keeping that shirt on.
I
They're
mean,
not
they
gonna do
are
that.
around a lot
If
of
he out here
water.
if he out here slicing people's body open and they
Hmm.
in the sea and shit and in these small ass boats, that ain't staying on too long. Netflix not about to let that happen.
Well, she got to at
Netflix not
least
about.
wear the swimsuit because every time I've
And they
seen
already
Nami,
gave
she got
you
she got
what was
that swimsuit on.
the cowardly guy, the guy with the gun that was naked
Oh
playing with
yeah,
his. We already got that. Zoro not keeping his
right.
shirt,
He can't.
and that
He
wasn't
can't. I'm
even
just
nothing
putting
that we was looking for.
right. Exactly. So I definitely think that, but it would be weird to me. It would take me out of the experience if because of we don't want to, sexual, whatever. Nami better be in a swimsuit. That's all I'm saying. At least one time. She just the top with the jeans. It ain't got to be nothing crazy. So, as long as we get her in her classic outfit at least once, then I will have no complaints. Because I feel like that's a big part of like adapting an anime. Like these characters have on the classic stuff. Imagine how it be Bob and they don't have on their classic stuff. So that's my only thing. And I'll see. But as far as her, I'll give it a 5 because I'm like indifferent to her right now. She had some cute moments with Luffy. And I liked her little fight sequences. That was cute, but it remains to be seen. And I don't know enough about Nami, like you said, to know how she's compared to the character in anime. Like out of
Right.
all the characters, maybe Zoro and Nami are the two that I've seen the least of. Like anytime I've popped in, it's always been somebody else. So yeah, based off that, I'm gonna give her a 5.
I feel like I've seen the
So yeah.
most of Sanji and Zoro. Those are the ones that
Yeah.
I've probably seen clips of. It's outside of Luffy, of course.
Yeah, I've seen Sanji more in just like some of the bigger fights. So, but even not her, you know what I mean? Like I've seen different fights. So I don't know. We'll see. It remains to be seen. But that's pretty much, I don't really know the villains and stuff like that enough to have any commentary on that. So
Although I did really enjoy the intros of all the villains. How they had the Warner poster come up and fly, and they would like interact with it in some way. I did enjoy that little
that
uh
was really cute.
continual joke thing that it did. That was
That was really cute. And I like the first Alvita. I enjoyed her actress.
yeah, she was fun. It definitely
Yeah.
gave me JoJo Tsubaki vibes, and I appreciate it for that.
Yeah, I liked her. Actually, I've liked all of them. They've all been good. Like now that X, the way they had it looking was like it definitely was giving. His hand was
It was
in
very
toilet
it was
paper
very Dragon
roll.
Ball Evolution. It was very somebody put together an axe hand. We need a
That's what I'm
silver
saying.
pool
It definitely
floaty.
looked like
The pool noodles, they cut it in half, pasted a little X on the end,
it's
juice it
definitely like
up.
it was giving for me
Yeah, they
like
could
the
have did it.
Pringles can, like an empty Pringles can with a little X on it. It was definitely giving like, you put your little hand in there and we was Mega Man back when we was little kids. It
With
was
some
definitely
foam
giving.
around the edge. Now,
Uh-huh.
is this a character I cannot remember from the first episode I saw a while ago? Is this a character in the pilot, or is this a villain that people knows, or is this one
Who
that
the
was
X
created for
hand
this?
guy?
Yeah,
The He's in the show. I saw him. He had this belt, like this beaver or whatever that is. Hat. It was the same guy. So yes, he is in the anime.
Oh, I see
I
him.
don't know how he looked. How the arm was looking.
Mm.
What's his name?
Number one, he tan as fuck. I just typed in One Piece X hand Morgan. X
Okay,
hand
yeah.
Morgan. And the mouthpiece makes sense now because I feel like the actor was fumbling around with that thing. So if I had to really give a critique, I did not like the little mouth guard with that. The way the actor was, he didn't feel it out.
I think
If that
if
makes
you're
sense.
looking at, I mean, it was.
I'm
now
looking at all the pictures of them.
This fit more like the mask we were doing, COVID and stuff. Like in the anime, it's fitted like a mask. It looks more like how Bane or somebody mask is. Yeah.
His
But
felt like a little chin strap of a thing. And I don't know, it just didn't feel like it fit him. I feel like there was maybe another actor that was a little wider than him. That had the role, and he got the role after that. He was like,
he was
definitely.
Well, I'm gonna say he definitely was thicker than it though. So I don't know. But I'm looking at the axe hand on here, and yeah, it was definitely way smaller in the live action. The axe was way smaller.
Oh wait, I'm looking at him. Let me see. Mm-hmm.
The axe was way smaller.
Yeah, it was smaller. I don't know.
It was way. It's not as threatening.
These people just was not giving me intimidating.
Not you wasn't scared. I
mean, okay, now that I'm looking at it does fit. Okay, I can see it.
I'll pull a picture up of him. He kind of look. Who is that? He look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He look like somebody German.
I was like, who is it? The whole time I'm watching him, I'm like, I feel like I know who this is, but I could not. I'm gonna share it.
That's what his mouth guard says. It says Moe. Is that what it said on the?
Oh, Moing.
It's on his mask. It say MOWE.
Oh, okay. Okay, I mean it was cute, and they made it gold, which I think for color theory's sake, I think it was a good choice. With his like undertones and the color grading that they've done for the show in general, it has kind of like this goldish kind of hue to it. So I'm actually okay with it being gold instead of silver. I think it looks
I'm
good.
Actually not. I'm actually not. I kind of wish they would have made it more like rustic looking, like he is, like it was made out of like, I don't know, cinder block or some shit,
titanium or something like that.
Yeah, something else. What he has on feels really flimsy. It feels flimsy.
I don't know. It's just giving flashy. Have that on your face? It's giving flashy. Like he's just like, I'm be flexing on these niggas. Like it just feels more of like a fashion choice on this one versus in the anime. It looks more like a something.
Yeah, they made him more zesty in the live action.
Not. Thank you for the follow.
This hair with the little pearl, this little flip here, this gold thin ass mouthpiece.
Oh, he's swaggy. I like it. It's good. It's a little drippy for me. He look clean. He said not y'all act shaming. It's not. We not act shaming. It's small.
I am. His axe looks sad.
Small.
When he went across that,
it's not as intimidating.
Half crescent full of axes, and he pulled the thing down. Like no.
Look at this. Look at this picture of this axe. This is way bigger. Yeah.
And on top of that,
that's intimidating.
That actually looked like it makes more sense. That looks like his arm is actually fucking peg. And they just keep slapping these pieces on. I would have liked that in this shit. I didn't get that at all in the live action.
I didn't get that. It definitely, like I said, it was giving Pringles can for sure. So that's him. And then we got a picture of the baby. Okay. That's his name.
Yes. Okay, nice. Yeah, he did.
But that's a good adaptation. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too. And now that I see the character in the anime, his portrayal of the character is less annoying to me. Because maybe that's something I should have said earlier. I was very annoyed with this character.
He was annoyed with him
the entire time. But now that I see the idea of the anime, I'm not as I wanted him to
Yeah.
stop being what pissed me off was that one scene when they was down in the like when he first met him, and I can't remember what he said, but he had questioned something, and the dude moved from where he was behind these ropes, stopped at the ropes to get that one shot, the scene where he reacts in the middle of the ropes, then moves around to the other side. That shit pissed me off so bad. I was like,
did not notice what he
it
talking
was just,
about. Now I'm
it made me
scared.
want to throw up. It was such a small moment, but it was just like they directed him to move like that. Like that was the choreography of the scene. Like start here, come right here, give a reaction between the ropes, come around the side. I was like, this is
Oh
gonna make
my
me throw up.
God. It's like when kids be acting, you be like, now you know that kid was told
That's what,
exactly what he
yeah,
said.
and that's what I'm saying.
It was
Like I could, that's the thing. I could hear the director behind the camera, the whole show. I really could. That's I guess that's what I mean by the acting wasn't like crazy amazing because it's just I could hear, I could see the notes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to
You can
have
see
that
what I'm like.
experience while I'm watching the show. But at the same time, I'm trying to watch this for like what it is. And not for what it is, but like as an adaptation of this goofy ass cartoon. So with that lens, it makes me not think too hard on that, you know. But if this was just a regular show I was watching, I'd be like, y'all.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like if this was a random show, I probably would watch it a little bit, but I don't know. It remains to be seen. I'll reserve my recommendation after I watch a couple more episodes. But yeah, so casting overall I think is good. Like I'm actually okay with the casting. I'm okay with the, like costume design choices. They've got some of the more classic shots in there that I've like of the pictures I've seen. I've seen a few of those classic shots that they made sure they got. So it seems to be made with a lot of respect to the source material, unlike Cowboy Bebop, but that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. So yeah, y'all should watch it though. It's on Netflix. I think the whole season is out. So check it out. And I mean, it kind of has me a little curious. The only way that this show will get me to watch an anime is if by the end of this season, we just got through like I need to be at least through 50 episodes. 50 episodes for one season. I mean, that's a lot.
For me,
but
I'm gonna
that's
have
for
to,
me to
like,
just be
this,
like
this show, the show itself is gonna have to make me like cry. It's gonna have to make me like cause a fit. It's gonna have to make me cause like a plot driven fit. Like if I get angry on behalf of the show, not at the show, but from things happening, if it honestly gets me emotionally invested, I could strongly entertain, not promise, but entertain the idea.
But I'll be looking at Cliff Notes to see what exactly I need to watch and what I can skip.
Yeah, I think that exists somewhere. Somebody posted that in my work forum. It was like this little website that tells you what to watch on One Piece. So you don't have to watch all 1,000 episodes, or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna have to really draw some emotion out of me. Other than that, I'm just gonna watch the show, watch this live action, potentially really enjoy it, and just move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said 50. I'm not watching. No, there's not 50 episodes in the Netflix show. There's 1,000 episodes in the anime. So I was just saying, if this season covered like 50, because you know, anime be having like, first of all, the episodes are short. They're like 18 minutes by the time you take off the intro and outros. And then like a lot of times there's more space and room for like just funny moments between the crew and just like people standing around monologuing for fights, and fights take a little bit of time. So like, yeah, I could realistically see in this covering that many episodes if they cut down on some of that extra stuff, which is fine. But for me to like move on to the show, I agree. I would have to really, really enjoy this the whole way through and want to know more about what happens to like somebody or characters. But even then, I still would try to pick through what I didn't need to watch. So I'm definitely going to continue watching it. We'll see if Twan picks it up and keeps watching it, but I will be watching it. I usually give my reactions on Twitter. So as I'm watching it, I'll be posting on Twitter and stuff. So
y'all got me for at least another 2 episodes. Y'all got me for 3 episodes total at least. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Mayfair Witches. I'm gonna give you my earnest good shot.
And that's why when you said that, I was like, it sounded like Mayfair Witches, and you did not make it.
I didn't feel the same way I felt about Mayfair Witches from this first episode, though. I'm genuinely enthusiastic about what.
Yeah, that's true.
The first episode was like, Okay.
I'm still so
Let's
disappointed
just
that the
see.
same people or adjacent people who did Interview with the Vampire did Mayfair Witches. I'm like still
Well, we
that
gonna see though.
still confuses me.
We gonna see because I mean we ain't seen season 2, girl. What if season 1 was a flop? I mean, not like a flop, a fluke. What if they put all their best work in that one season?
I
And
mean, but Sam Reed
Mayfair
is
Witch
still
is
on
what
the
we about to
cast.
get.
Now, if they was
That's
like
true.
Sam Reed is having to be recasted,
That's true.
Sam, but Sam's not gonna be as big of a major player in the next couple ones. So I mean,
We don't know that. We don't know that. I could have sworn I thought I saw. Didn't I see an interview? Did we
well,
watch
Sam, he
something
gonna be ducked
like
off.
preview
He's
here
gonna be
that it
ducked
was
off.
like a? They was like I know you think he's not gonna be in here, blah blah blah, but
Oh
you
yeah,
let me know
somebody in
what's
the
coming.
comments said that like
Yeah.
they're gonna have some flashbacks. I mean that's cute, but we not gonna get into that. But check it out. One Piece the live action is on Netflix now, so check it out. Let's move on to Jujutsu Kaisen, which I have been very excited for the return of. If you have not watched it, it's really good. Now, I have recommended some people in the Discord to watch it, and they're not anime people. And they're like, I mean, it's okay. And I'm not gonna hold you because season 1, what were you say you really got into Jujutsu Kaisen? Like, I feel like I wasn't like
Episode
gung ho
1.
about it. I was not
I
gung
was an
ho about it
episode
for
oneer.
episode 1. Really, it didn't really
I tell
pull
you
me
why
in.
too.
Why?
The Gojo. It was
But
him showing up in Sun because I was like I keep in mind like when I say episode 1 I'm being facetious. Okay, I'm doing a lot, but the first episode when they got to the point where he was like, "Oh, can you control this thing?" and he was like, "Yeah, no problem." I was like, "Okay, well, we're just gonna test it out," and it was just the flex of it all for Gojo to be so secure in his ability and his power, whatever, to let the worst demon ever pop up.
yeah, that first little sparring match he
And
had
he
with
stunned him. It was the fluidity, the way he
yeah.
like rotated around his arm and like backhanded the shit out of
I mean,
his
that's when
ass,
I first really for
flipped him
real
around
started
in the
paying
air.
attention. Like I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie. I kind of was watching it like this cute. And, this isn't my first rodeo with anime, so I kind of know the first couple episodes they just be on some bullshit. They give you a lot of
Mm-hmm.
this what's going on. That fight definitely caught my attention, but I'm not gonna hold you. Like I wasn't a fan until Gojo revealed his face, and then I was like, "Oh, this is the show for me." I don't know
mean,
what
but
they
I
talking
knew,
about.
and that just goes to show even more how we're more of a kismet connection than you and him, because it was something about the sauce that was dripping from underneath the
He was
bandage that I
saucy,
knew.
but I'm not gonna
I
be.
knew there was something there, and
I'm
it
not gonna
didn't
be
take
catfish. I'm not gonna be
it didn't take
catfish.
somebody's
See.
context.
I need to see all this, okay? Because I
I'm
need to
not about to
know
be catfish.
what if Gojo would have took that mask off and been cross-eyed?
It wouldn't
What if
happen.
Gojo?
I wasn't the thought though.
That would have been so funny. Okay, listen.
And then he did it with the same sauce. Like he did one of these, and then it was.
I would die. I would die. I'm just saying. So
That's how you know
that's
he's serious,
fine.
when his eyes spin around and they get straight.
Listen.
But they normally.
I mean, I wasn't really into it as much because like Itadori is cool, but I'm not a shonen girl, so like he was just he was very classically coded shonen, and for me, I'm generally not interested in watching more shonen, so I definitely felt like it was gonna be because of the curses and like I was very interested in all of that stuff, but I was waiting to see like how's this gonna go? Is this gonna go real bromancy? Shonen, or is it gonna go somewhere else? And I was pleasantly surprised that it went. So he said Gojo looking like this cheese with his eyes melting on. Yeah, I definitely would not would have been into it if I feel like, because what I like about Jujutsu Kaisen is that it doesn't feel like Itadori is like obviously important, and then you have Megumi, and then you have Nabara, but like they have all this other stuff going on too, and they follow those characters like just as much, Gojo and Nanami and like the older, so it kind of matures it a little bit. So like, but if this was just a show just like literally with Itadori and them running the streets, like fighting, I would have been tapped out. Okay.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate that's what really got me that fight with Gojo and the volcano guy, because
I
I was like,
mean,
okay, we got something going.
even right now, where we are with the movie, with these 2 seasons so far, it still doesn't feel like Itadori is the main character.
It
It
don't.
doesn't.
Gojo
It
is.
doesn't.
After
Gojo,
watching
I feel like
season 2, I'm definitely like,
even Geto feels like he's the main character on the villain side. You know what I mean? Like everybody else
right.
is like there's a long list of B characters and then a couple C
Mhm.
characters.
And that's the thing, like, the people you started with actually feel like the B characters, which is,
Right.
like, different for me. Like, you're watching this shonen or this show, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, we know this formula. 2 guys, girl, they're students,
Exactly.
you're following
Team
it, and then it's,
7.
like, subverts it." Yeah, and then it subverts it, and you're like, "Oh, this show's really about this nigga Gojo," and, like, that's who you wanna know about. And if I didn't feel that way, I feel like Hidden Inventory definitely solidified that for me. Well, the movie did, and then Hidden Inventory definitely solidified that.
And I
No,
feel
this is
like
about him.
that's a point that I feel like, even though it could be a trope that gets very old, I feel like it's something that I want to see in a lot of more anime moving forward that has like a big ensemble cast and has the obvious villains, the obvious heroes. They need to get on like My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia did a whole villain arc where it was just them, it was their story. And like that is so dope to me because it just gives you that much more layer. Like I love, and majority of times I feel like there a lot of I do like stand some of the villains in a lot of media. Like they're always the one that's the more intriguing because they have these dual purposes or dual sides to them when it comes to being a villain, but also like what is their rationale, their journey to becoming this person. That shit is interesting versus some goody goody two shoes. It's like I just want to save everybody. I want to be a Hokage. Da, da,
No,
da.
ain't nobody out here trying to do that for real, for real. But I definitely enjoy it, and that's what I also love about Gojo, because you're just not 100% sure what he got going on. He's
Right.
mysterious, and like he's a much more interesting character to me than Itadori. And then even behind the character of Itadori, you have Sukuna. So it's just all
Yeah.
these grown ass men, like, and I just love that because I don't want to be watching these little kids. Okay. As I get older, I just be like, I don't watch these little kids, okay? I want to see grown men. That's what I wanna see, okay? I wanna see them
Right.
fighting, and Jujutsu Kaisen definitely delivers on that.
Training all the way.
So let's talk about the intro for the Shibuya incident art. What do you think of it? What do you think of the intro song? Because I feel like Hidden Inventory, now the ending grew on me, because I'm not even gonna hold you. That's on my playlist now. The ending of Hidden Inventory art. Um I love that. Now I wasn't really into the intro. Season 1, of course, the intro Lost in Paradise, or the outro Lost in Paradise, and the intro was slapped. But so what do you think of
I
this?
still
The
wish.
Stitcher one?
I think they're good. I definitely this opening caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting it, and then like I found myself halfway through hearing that continuous beat in the background that was really
Mhm.
fucking jiggy. Like I just found
Mhm.
myself like just like doing little bops the entire time it was
Oh, yeah.
playing. Like I'm probably gonna listen to this. Like I'm probably gonna listen to
We
this
finna we finna we finna
every episode.
And like I think the song, I just love Juicy. I feel like this is maybe a reach as a female watcher, a person who enjoys men. Okay. I just feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is doing something different that I just don't feel like I get from a lot of anime. Like I really don't, because I'm so used to like fan service to service men who like women, or people who like panty shots and like skirt, up skirt shots, and like this moe characters, and like like that, like those girly characters who are like really, and like I'm not getting a lot of that. Now we got our big boob girls, and we got the girls with glasses and stuff like that, but I'm just really enjoying the fan service that Jujutsu Kaisen is giving, because it's for me.
It's
It's
something
for me.
about Jujutsu that they just get it. They just get it on a different level because, and that's another point to why I love the show immediately. So I never saw outro like that first season of Jujutsu Kaisen. That first time that outro played, I was obsessed. I didn't know they could animate swag like that. Like that, the dance,
That's what I'm
like it
saying.
was,
Why is this?
but specifically Itadori and Gojo, the way they bust out them doors, I was like, this is an anime I have to continue watching.
I don't
I
know.
just have
Like
to on
I feel
TV.
bold in saying like I know men like Jujutsu Kaisen, but I don't know. There's something in me that's like Jujutsu Kaisen was like, this is for women who like
I fully
action.
agree with you,
I like
though.
seinen, and like I don't know, because I be feeling like the fan service is all for me. I don't be
I
feeling
agree with
like
you. It's not like they even the big boo girls and everything, like they make it a
they.
whole thing to be like, what's type of girl you like. They
Yeah,
pretty much just get like, I guess, male gay. I mean, whatever. When it comes to them,
yeah.
just like, I like a tall girl with a big ass, whatever. But you never really just see that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
It's just
saying.
them talking about it, and then when it comes to the dudes, literally you got Sukuna just beautifully ripping off his
That's
shirt,
beautiful.
like
Like,
it's
even with
confetti.
that, what kind of girls you like, that still very much so feels targeted to a female viewer or a viewer who likes men. I would say that. I think that's actually more on point in what I'm saying. Because if you're in the fandom and you're thirsting after character, of course you want to hear that you are the type that this character likes.
Oh, heard. I got you.
Right? So if even that
Right.
even still feels like that's geared to who this show is made for, which I said for the female gaze, but I think it's just for I don't even think that's completely accurate. I just think it's for people who like men. Whoever that is. I just feel like that's who this show is for. It's something about it.
Because I'll tell you this entire time I've been watching this show, and I recently started to rewatch the first season. I didn't watch all of the little after episode fun clips. I guess I just don't know what was going on. Maybe my brain was just telling me cut it off after the credits. You talking this? I can't hear you.
I muted myself
There we
here.
go.
I said I haven't seen any of them.
So I thought this whole time Gojo had eyes for no one besides me. And apparently he literally had someone, because I think it was Maki or somebody was pressuring him about what his type of girl is. It could
Yeah,
have
he
been
said
one of
bang.
them. He said the bangs chick. I
He
got mad
didn't
as
say
fuck.
bangs. He just said someone
He
with really
did,
notable bangs.
but no, he was talking about her because they went through the list of everybody, and then he
No,
stopped on her.
they
And he
said
was
so.
like,
So people have a theory that he's talking about the girl with the blue hair, not me.
yeah, her whole
Okay.
thing popped up. Her whole face popped up on that moment.
Yeah.
So he was talking about her. So fuck her. Her little
I mean,
sword. Her
hey,
funky
not
ass
you.
little
Okay.
ability.
I think that's good
Little
news because
fan.
I honestly thought maybe Gojo didn't have eyes for nobody, but
And that's why I'm mad.
but
Because I
but
thought it was only for
Ghetto.
Ghetto. Right. So
Suguru.
now he
I
might
think I
actually be
honestly,
bi.
but Gojo feels more like
Mhm.
a bisexual character to me.
He should.
I feel like Gojo. I feel like Gojo just be like whoever with the shits, whoever I'm drawn to. I mean, he's a god in essence. He's just like whoever catches my eye, that's who I'm into.
I'm just disappointed because ain't no chocolate characters in there yet. No chocolate females, really. Not like that in his
I mean, but the way
vicinity.
he beat
But
Miguel ass, that was the darkest person we done seen.
that was a hate crime. That was a hate crime. Maybe he don't like us niggas because he whooped Miguel's ass. And he did choose the white girl. So maybe he don't like us. Maybe I need to get rid of
That's
some of this
fine.
Gojo paraphernalia.
They talk about Gojo racist because you ain't seen Gojo fight nobody that serious except the dark person. That's what they said. They said Gojo be playing with everybody, and then later somebody brown skin come up on here. Gojo is whooping their ass like they just stole something from him.
To the tune of brown
And
skin.
then he letting Ghetto slide. Ghetto be murdering people, and he be letting him slide. But let Miguel come up in here. So let's watch this intro and get our traditional. We have a habit of getting copyright strikes. That's just our thing.
Oh, and I completely forgot the Mekumaru fight happened at the end of this episode because when I watched this episode back today, And in this intro, there's a scene with this
Mhm.
huge ass. I thought it was
We
a
were
cursed
like,
spirit.
when we saw the trailer, you were like, "Who is that?" I remember us talking about that.
Yeah,
We were
I
like,
thought it was a
"Who is
cursed spirit,
that?"
but that might just be Mechamaru because his
Yeah,
machine got 6 eyes and that thing got 6 eyes. And what else is that
that was
fucking
definitely
huge?
him. I love
Yeah.
the pacing of this episode. I love that they had the little cute, chill, like little side story going on, and
I
then we
appreciate
got
it
into
after the
action.
fact. I appreciate it after the fact. I needed to know there was more coming. If that would have been the whole episode, I would have been a little mad. But it was definitely a good level. I love, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, are they actually about to introduce like a legitimate like little love interest for Itadori, or is this a fucking curse spirit or
We gonna
something? It is a
talk about
ploy.
that. I want to talk about that because
Okay.
we gonna talk about that. Let's watch this intro. That is low key a recycled rumbling animation.
Yeah, but why? Did he get sealed? Did they successfully seal him? Was that what that is? Did he lose his
That's what
power?
they finna do. I know they
Did they
finna
steal
get his
his
ass.
eyes?
They finna get his ass
Uh,
right here.
yeah,
Oh
look,
yeah.
see that? That was pitch black. And
He
it
ran
kind of
out of
looked like,
juice.
dude, can you slow it down? It looked like they
Yeah.
were blue at first, and then kind of like as they zoomed out,
Oh, they finna get
or
his
zoomed
ass.
in,
I already see
as they
that.
zoomed in, it came black.
I wonder who finna be jumping my baby though. He finna get jumped.
So he ain't got
Yeah,
nowhere to grow but up. Like that's like I don't.
but he tough finna be
Getting
strong
nervous.
AF. Like they fit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, the people on Twitter have been great about not giving spoilers, but they did say we finna be hurt after this. So
Oh, and that's another thing I saw. Like I ventured in the comments of the Crunchyroll, and I know not to do that, but I just
why you do
ventured
that?
down there, and I didn't see anything crazy, luckily. But I did see somebody comment that was like, "Us manga fans have been waiting 3 years for this," and I was like, "Oh shit!" For the
That's why I
Shibuya
don't
incident
read
arc.
manga. That's too long. That's too long.
But when you hear the manga heads say that. When you hear the manga heads say that,
Oh yeah,
you listen because
yeah,
I was like, oh, so the Shibuya arc is that arc.
yeah. Our little feelings to be
Okay.
hurt for sure. I definitely know that.
Okay.
But let's get into the first half of the episode. So the first half is, first of all, you know what lives in my head rent free? That worm movie that Yuji was talking about, the little earthworm movie, that has been living in my head rent free since I saw the episode.
Have you been thinking about it?
I just been thinking about it. I want to find a trailer for it. Why is this
I thought they was
movie
going.
scary?
I thought they was going in that. I thought it was going in the Human Centipede, but in direction.
That's what I thought.
They kind of went for the Fly situation. But
It kind of was like The Fly, but then it was like this weird movie I heard about was a lamb. It was like a sheep, and it was like the same idea. But when them little baby worms came out, I was like,
and wasn't they supposed to be in high school? So y'all fucking having little earthworm babies?
who had these baby and how I had so many questions. I kind of wanted to see the movie with Yuji, and I'm gonna need them to release this movie.
Oh yeah, I would have went with Yuji, and that's what I did like about that is that they give us, and this is how I know even if I didn't see that comment that was like we've been waiting 3 years for this season, like that's how I know they're gonna fuck with our emotions because they are grounding. They really making these people real. They giving them day-to-day little bullshit stuff to talk about, showing them trying to hook him up with. That was so. I love the animation when it's
so
switched.
funny.
But she was like, "Oh, it's like that." She was like, "Oh, it's like that," and then she had the phone with all the lines on the face. It was so good.
I love that part.
The fact that Megumi was so quick to join in, I love that too.
I just love like how Megumi showed up so quick. He pulled up so fast. He's like,
well, that was her fault. She called what's his name to turn the whole car around. I don't feel like he had a choice. But the moment he found out what the T was, he was like, "Let's get on it." No, he don't got a girlfriend. But,
I love that. It was so cute. But okay, so what do we think of this mystery girl? Well, she was, Oh, hold on.
This was she's basically the female. What's his name? His last name was Park.
Oh,
and
lookism.
Yeah. So she's the female lookism.
Because I was really skeptical of her at first, but like they kind of painted it like she was awkward because she was just like nervous. Because when she was looking at him, I'm still not convinced
That
that
was 6 months. You don't change like that in 6 months.
I think she died.
Had something. So she died, and the curse spirit took over her body, got her memories or
Yeah.
something, and is
Yeah.
like working with them to infiltrate and get close to Yuji. This can't just be no 6 months. You didn't try to make that believable to me, baby. You could have said at least 2 years or something. But
Yeah.
like,
I mean, yeah, I just like there's something to me that's like, because have we got any confirmation of this? We spent a lot of time talking about Ghetto being like not really Ghetto. This is like not him, possibly.
yeah, yeah.
And so, but have we had anything like that where we've seen that in the show, like a curse spirit? I mean, because we had that whole what's his name with Rika. But she
Mm-hmm.
turned when she died, she was actually a curse. She looked like a curse. So
Yeah.
we haven't seen any instance where someone would die, be taken over by a curse, and like still look the same. But seeing as we spend a lot of time and energy researching Ghetto, and we're like, this possibly isn't them. Like, do you think that this is the way they're going to introduce that concept
It's
to
very
the story?
it could be because that's the thing when you introduce like a being like a cursed spirit or Shinigami or something like that. Like there's always room for there to be this like one off abnormal version like the Titans. You got the regular standard everyday Titan,
Mm-hmm.
then you got your abnormal Titans, then you got your shifters, your the people that can turn into Titans. So I feel like there could be one that could like walk the earth as a human or at least be
Mm-hmm.
able to be seen. Because that's the thing. Cursed spirits can't really be seen by people that don't have cursed energy. But that girl is
Right.
walking around taking school photos and stuff with everybody. I'm just not convinced she's straight up human. It's just too
Yeah, I
convenient.
don't think she's healed. Yeah, I don't feel. And then it was like weird how they shot it. There was some like like choices they made with how they handled. We had the whole thing where they were sitting in a cafe, but then there was this whole um when they
Like before we
finally
got there.
talked. No, like after the restaurant scene, like was it like they walked around? Like did they walk off and go talk? Did they hang out? We saw her and Itadori walking. It looked like maybe
Mm.
she got on the train, but I that part was weird to me. I was like, what happened? Did they like go
Yeah,
out?
because it did kind of do like a shift where he said goodbye, like in the past, and
Yeah,
then it flipped over to present day. So we didn't really see the
yeah.
time that they had together. But I'm pretty sure that they're gonna follow. Either they're introducing her to be that thing that just gets ripped apart later on for Yuji
Mm-hmm.
in the group. You
Yeah.
know, introducing the character you plan on killing off just for some plot
Yeah.
development,
So
or she's
okay.
part of a grander scheme of things. Like something in me is telling me that she is. This just ain't no
And
cute
yeah,
introduction to this boy. This ain't a
I
show.
mean, even with Jujutsu Kaisen, they wouldn't introduce this to this show. Like this isn't a romance anime. There would be no point in Itadori having a girlfriend. There would be no point in it for the kind of show we're talking about here. So you're right. I think it's either gonna be because they've been trying to figure out how to get uh Itadori to make a pact with Sukuna, right? I think that's what Mahito was
Yeah,
trying to do.
because they're
So
not
like
they don't know what pact has already made.
yeah, so they've been trying to figure out ways to basically push him to that.
Right.
And so
Oh, this could be
maybe
one.
this could be their next attempt at that where she actually is a cursed spirit in some new way we haven't seen. And I still think Ghetto is not Ghetto. So that would be a good way to introduce how Ghetto is alive, but not really Ghetto. If she is in the same kind of vein as that, I feel like they're gonna use that to introduce Will. See, this isn't Ghetto. But they would need some kind of link to
Like if she
link those
pulled her hair up, or I don't know, something happened where her hair
yeah,
get
or
blown up, and we see a line like ghetto got across her head.
yeah, or even if she's not the same exactly, like she's adjacent to that technique or whatever it would take to do that, so that we get the introduction of how that could be possible. Because it would be hard for them to just jump from what we know about cursed spirits to what's going on with Ghetto, because obviously Ghetto is in a whole different thing. So I just feel like this would be a good bridging. Even if she's not the same, it's gonna be something like, oh, she died and something she was took a pact or something. It's gonna be something like that, and it's not gonna 100% be Ghetto's case, but it's gonna help us understand it when we get there.
And that's one thing Jujutsu is doing well. They're definitely not just leaving us out in the dark when it comes to a lot of these powers. They're doing a good job at least explaining the basic structure of like how these powers work, the guidelines behind them, these little loopholes, the strengthening aspects and stuff like that. So I feel like whatever does happen, we're gonna get plenty of information beforehand. I don't feel like it's gonna. That's one thing I just have confidence in Jujutsu Kaisen. They're gonna tell a story. They're gonna tell a story and they're gonna drop their little Easter eggs. I don't have enough evidence to say how well they're gonna do it in the long run. I don't know if it's gonna be Attack on Titan levels of circling back around, but I don't know. I'm definitely interested in pretty much every character on the screen besides Bangs and Maki's
Who, the
sister.
blue hair bangs girl?
The blue hair Bangs girl
I love
and
May
Maki's
May.
sister. And Maki's sister, I don't got no feelings about, but I feel like every other character, I'm like, bitch, I could watch 2-3 episodes dedicated to your character alone. For almost every character, Mekamaru, Panda, Maki.
Were you aware of Mekamaru before this? Because I don't remember ever seeing this man.
Yeah.
And I feel like, okay, maybe I didn't.
You don't remember that? Him and Panda had a big fight and they dived into his whole backstory.
Yes. I do remember that now. Thank you.
But it wasn't like Revolution. Although it was a really good fight though. Panda, that was a really good fight. But
so what do you think about this fight, this introduction to Aki Light, Mecha Aki?
Number one, it gave me full, like, after he actually got into his new form and they gave him his body and he was in the mecha, it looked straight up like Kill la Kill to me. I was like, this just feels like Kill la Kill levels right now. I was like, that we about to get into is the art style about to change.
It's so unexpected for Jujutsu Kaisen though. Like I was not
all of a sudden this big ass mecha. Yeah, that took me all the way off guard. I was like, so okay, understood. This is the realm of what can be possible by one man. Granted, he probably was mind controlling all these puppets that was building it for him, but at the same time, like that's something that's crazy grand in scale. I know we got a human silver hair, blue-eyed god walking around here, but at the same time, I don't know. That just felt like a whole different anime, but it wasn't jarring. It didn't take me out of it. I enjoyed it.
It's just not something I would have put on my Jujutsu bingo card.
No, definitely wasn't. But it makes me interested in what's to come if like this is something they just randomly pulling out, because I feel like Mekamaru was done here. Like, I don't know if he's gonna get out of this completely alive unless he succeeds.
I think he's gonna die. So then what do you think the purpose of what he's supposed to teach us? Like what is he gonna he has to have some purpose for him popping up. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna win this fight, obviously.
I don't think he's gonna win, but I think you're right. Something's gonna come out of it, whether Gojo gets there late or whatever. But I think, or not really, because we don't know what all information has been fed to them and in what ways Geto and the rest of the cursed spirits are going to use it. So I mean, he could just get killed off here, and we really never find out in this moment. But we found out later through like, well, oh, this is some intel, this is some tea that he had spilled a lot of time ago, blah blah blah. Like he could just be some badass fight.
And also,
piece.
His pact does he have a pact? Is that what they said? Because he can basically like control puppets anywhere in Tokyo. And I thought that was interesting, or in Japan. And I thought that was very interesting information just randomly throw out there. Maybe we knew this before, but I didn't know that. So
well, we kind of did, just because the packs give you superhuman like abilities more so than Jujutsu sorcerers are able to get on their own. And the thing that I find interesting with that is they made a point to specify if you make a self pack, like a pack within yourself, and you break that pack, it's not that consequential to size, you just lose the abilities that you gain. But if you make one with between two different people, like a human and a cursed spirit or whatever, and the person breaks it on either side, what?
On either side, what?
On either side, you don't know what the consequences are, but it's enough to scare somebody like Geto. So, like, it's probably crazy if you make packs with somebody else.
Ooh, they're just like really interesting.
But that's what made me go.
Because I'm thinking that girl, right? And then also, I feel like that girl is gonna be like linked to that in some way. She's gonna be an introduction to that idea. I don't think
Yes, you are.
Makimaru broke his pact. I think that's what I'm thinking is we're gonna find out about her. Like she made a
Well,
pact with something, maybe, and that's how she came back. Like she's alive, but she has some weird pact going on. Not to the end of powers or fighting, but something. Like I just feel
oh, the
like
girlfriend.
he's gonna link into that to teach us a little bit about it. We're gonna learn the negative effects of it slowly. And possibly that's what happened to Ghetto. Like maybe Ghetto made a pact with some being in order to make sure that his goal was accomplished. That's what I'm
Maybe broke
thinking.
it or something like that.
I don't know if he broke it. I don't know if he broke it or if it that was the pact. Like maybe he had because he seemed really powerful before he died. So I don't know. I could just see that being. I don't know if he broke it or not because whatever if it's not Ghetto and some other entity is inhabiting his body, they seem to still be kind of on the same kick he was
Wavelength.
on. Yeah,
Right.
they seem to be on the same wavelength. So I don't feel like it would be maybe a negative outcome. I just feel like whatever whoever this being is still kind of trying to achieve what Ghetto kind of wanted. So maybe that was the point of the pact. Like even if I die, my body, everything can still go towards what I was trying to accomplish.
Or that he had his whole switch, and in between the time frame of the movie and him defecting, that maybe somebody got to him, maybe Gojo got to him, made him see the light of his ways, and made him like break his
Oh,
back, and then
but
that
Gojo
led
killed
to
him. I think
who?
Gojo killed Ghetto at the end
When?
of the movie. At the end of the movie, supposedly.
Well, Ghetto also already had the little thing on his head too,
No, he didn't.
didn't he? No,
No, not in the movie.
not in the movie.
We didn't see that. That's the reason I was like, what's wrong with this nigga head?
Oh yeah,
Because
you're right. You're right. He did.
yeah, because season one when we first met Ghetto, he had it, but that's post the movie, and so I was like, I was used to seeing him with it, but I noticed when I was watching the
Right.
movie, I'm like, oh, he don't have the little head stitches, and that's when I started being like, okay, so what's up with this nigga? Because he didn't have these head stitches in the movie.
These head stitches.
Yeah, so I was like, something going on here, something's
Hmm.
wrong, because but now we wouldn't have that, which is why I love the way they're revealing the story because watching
Yeah.
season one, you wouldn't have known that. So yeah, there's something weird there. So I definitely think we're gonna find out more about these packs in relation to something that happened to Ghetto. I think the girl is gonna be introduction to the packs. Maybe she herself made a pact with some entity to be prettier, to look the way she want to look for Itadori. So maybe that's why
Yeah,
she's
but
still
you can't eat like
alive.
that in 6 months. You just can't. They ain't
Right.
got time
But
for
maybe
it.
that's why she's still a human. Like she's not as cursed. Because we know if it couldn't just be her feelings. It couldn't just be, I love Itadori and you died because you would look like Rika. You would look like a cursed spirit. Right. So she don't look like that. So she probably still is alive. So I'm like, maybe she got a pact with some kind of I don't know. I don't know who you make pacts with. Like who do you make pacts with?
Yeah, I don't
Like
either. I just know that's something that it's like when you were
sorcerers.
born. It's something that you have to do when you were born, I think. Because that's what Toji had it since he was born, and Mekumaru, his
Did it when
pact.
he was
And that's
born?
and that's and that's what I was saying. He also, I think he slick broke his pact because he has those abilities because he is the trade-off was he can spread his jutsu ability throughout the whole span of all of Japan. Ain't nobody
Right.
really do that, but he can. But his trade-off is not having legs, not
Yeah.
having his skin extra crazy sensitive to the point where moonlight hurt it. He like breathing hurts. Like all of that is a contingency to him having these abilities, and he just had all that wiped away by what's his name. So in my brain, his ability should have went away, or something else should be happening right now because he just got out of the pack. Now I don't know if it's like,
Yeah.
okay, do loopholes count, or is it
I
like
guess I'm interested to see how that's gonna work. And like why did he break his pact all of a sudden? I mean, he been chilling
Well,
this
he
way the whole
always
time.
wanted. Well, no, he always wanted. He just had no solutions. It wasn't until until this specific cursed spirit made itself known, and he understood the
Mm-hmm.
abilities. That's why he betrayed the Jujutsu sorcerers, because this is why he can
Mm.
get his body back normal. He's always had. That's what his whole monologue during the panda fight was. It was like why me, basically, like I have to live this horrible ass life. I can never go out to the sun, meet people, touch people, X, Y, and Z.
And what's with the people with the scars on their face? Did I miss something? Because we got 3 people with
People
them
with the scar.
scars. The little like the guy who calls Itadori his bro, like he got one. And then
I
like
don't know.
Mekamaru got one, got a little burn, and then
Yeah,
the blue hair girl got one too.
I don't know. I doubt they tied together though. I doubt they. I think it's just they don't know how to do scars any other way.
But they all got them like on
Because
their
it's like
face, and it's like weird. Let me see. What is hopefully it's not a spoiler.
I don't think so. Honestly, I
Hopefully it's
just feel like
not.
it's random because I'm trying to think of the people that
Oh,
we've seen that have it. Maki, Shizuzen, and I don't think Mekumaru is one.
is it? Why does because Maki has it? They said she was burnt. Maki was burnt. Lord have mercy. Jesus, please be with me. I don't want to see no spoilers.
I'm gonna stop. That's you.
Gotta ask
I'm
Mahito that.
already.
Some people think it's like to signify heavenly restriction or
Or
the
heavenly pact in
heavenly
general,
pact.
because I
Yeah.
think Maki has one too. Maki has a heavenly pact as well. That's why she's so strong.
Okay. So then does the guy who calls Itadori bro
Oh
have
wait,
one?
Toji has one. I think he has
Toji
one
had
as
one.
well too, because his physical capabilities are ridiculous. So he might actually have one. I think you might have some
Who? Oh
facts
yeah.
on.
Okay, so then that means blue hair girl have one.
Yeah,
Blue hair girl
Maki
got a
does
star
have
on her
one.
face too.
Maki has a
Her name is
blue hair
Maki,
girl.
not Maki.
Talking about
Light with
bangs.
the bangs. Yeah.
I don't know if she got
I think
one. She got some.
I
No,
think she
she
do.
got embarrassed. Maki embarrassed
What's
her
her name?
on
Nami?
her first
What's her
fight.
name?
Yeah, look it up, because I'd be shook if she did. I doubt it. I'm gonna
Not
go
Nami. That's One Piece. Child, what's this girl name?
out and wrong and say she don't.
Okay, somebody else had it, and I noticed it on this episode because it was like 2 people. Okay, she don't. Who was the other person? I saw a woman with one, but it wasn't Maki.
Only people I can think of with heavenly pacts are Toji, Mekimaru, Maki,
Maybe it was just.
Aoi,
Maybe it was Maki.
however you say his
Maybe it
name.
was.
Yeah, Maki
Okay,
is
so maybe it
definitely
was Maki. I definitely saw
because her sister
a
called
couple
it
people in
out.
this episode with it. So. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's what the scar means then, because I just been noticing it recently. So I don't know. I'm very excited.
Or
Very
the
excited
niggas
to
with
see.
the heavenly pacts just always been about that life, so they always been scrapping, so they always had opportunities to get stars.
It's the same scar though, besides Toji's, but it's pretty much
I
the
mean,
same
because what's her
scar.
name got one
Yeah.
too? The girl that Gojo put in charge of the Kyoto investigation
Who?
to find
Yes,
Mekamaru.
yes, that's
She
who.
has
That's who
one,
had one.
but I
That's who
don't know if
had
she
one.
has a pack though.
We finna find out she do.
We found out she do.
Clearly, she do. Maybe
If
that's
we
why she
find out
went
that
to
she have
find
a
them.
heavenly pack, if we find out she has a heavenly pack, I will 100% agree with this theory. Right now, I kind of feel like they all just so happen to have scars because they badass.
The same one though.
I mean, Toji doesn't have the same one. Toji just has like a lip thing, right?
Yeah, but
And the other ones have
this
these
chick,
huge face scars.
yeah, they're like little triangle like scars. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't think it's for nothing. I don't. You
One
put a
thing
big
I
ass
one
scar
thing
on
I
something like that.
do is eat crow.
But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this season go. I like. There's always a part of me that wants to like hold off so I can binge it. I wish they would just release like 2 episodes at a time. They so short. So I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen.
Oof, I just
But
typed
yeah.
in Toji in
Oh
Google.
no.
Cool images. I ain't seen no spoilers, but girl, the thirst is real. Told you is a fine ass character.
Oh,
Told you it's so fine.
it's
That's
just so many
crazy.
fine men in Jujutsu Kaisen for no reason. Like, I just love it because I be sick of watching these little up panty shots and stuff like that. It's just this is like you can't tell me this isn't fan service. For look at some of these pictures, how he look. They be having these little that whole scene of Gojo spinning a pencil with his fingers. Y'all know what y'all doing. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I was like, y'all done spent all this budget on showing Gojo rotating these pencils with his fingers. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all can't fool me. So I'm just saying, I'm
And I
enjoying it.
let him had tossed it in the air, and he was like,
And for Jujutsu Kaisen, it wouldn't have been that weird. I would have been like, yep. They had a whole back shot of Ghetto in the shower. Why?
"Now that was amazing until we got the front because he shook the hell. That was a scary
Jump
face.
scare.
Until we got that psyche breaking face. That was an amazing shot.
What?
Oh, why did I click that? I don't know. Why
I was like, how
that.
did it? I was like, how did it just come up? I got scared, but no, I'm very excited to watch it. Any final thoughts? Anything before we wrap up? I promise I will catch up with Bleach. I will. I promise.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Bleach.
Not
Really, it's
say it.
just
Don't say it like that.
well, I know I don't mean anything bad by it. I do have some good points about what we've seen so far, but also got some.
Mm.
But yeah,
No,
final thoughts. I can't wait for the rest. I'm not ready
that's
to
my
be
final
gagged the
thoughts.
way I'm probably gonna get gagged. That's what I'm not ready
I'm
for.
very excited. I know. I want to have like a watch party. I just need like 3 more enthusiasts. I just want to host like anime like watch parties at my house with like alcohol, popcorn, snacks, and like I want to do like some
No, we do
cake
need
pops.
to.
I want to do like some cake pops that look like Sukuna's fingers and like some cursed drinks that's like blue because it's always blue. Like I just like that's just what
That
I
would
want
be
to do
so
that.
dope. That would be so
I
fun.
know that'd
I
be so
definitely love. You got
cute.
one. We need to get some people.
Right.
I'm gonna try and get some people. We put a little camera on there facing the couch and get everybody's
On my
reaction.
goals for things to do, like anime weekend is October 25th, and that's too soon for me to do anything. But I will try to say I'm gonna put it on my bucket list for 2024. When a con comes to Atlanta, I will be hosting a party. I already have a venue picked out. I want to host like a party. I don't know. I'm gonna do something, and that might be cute. So just be on the lookout. I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it now. So I'm gonna put it out there. But other than that, yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I'll be returning with some streams. I was testing out Twitch, so I'll be gaming. I've been playing some Overwatch a little bit. I know you've been playing. What's it called?
Baldur's Gate 3, baby. Baldur's Gate
Yes.
3. And I
So
know if you played, you would be over here trying to romance Asterion. He's this vampire in the group. He's a badass that everybody's like, I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna bring him to the light.
Well, I'm
And then I'm
supposed to be
telling you,
doing
it's
another dating
so good.
sim, so I get it out of my system. I'm supposed to be playing a game called Obey Me. So it's like a dating sim, and I haven't played one in a minute. So
Oh
I'm
my
looking for
god! By the
what?
way, oh my god,
What?
that anime you sent me.
Oh, but we don't get me on the minion sidebar. Don't get
Oh my god! Oh my god!
do not. We always got time for a
Oh my god!
little mignon reaction. What did you think? Did you get to see all the episodes before they took it down, or just episode 12?
No, it's still up. I still here. I haven't gotten like crazy far, but from what I saw,
Did you what? Did you start at episode 1?
no, you said I started from what you sent
You
me.
started you started for episode 12 because that's
I
like the
started right
episode.
there. I wish I did it because I want to see the lead up.
It's cute. It's
But
got a little story. It has some cute little
oh,
sequences in there
okay.
that definitely are worth mentioning. Like that is the episode, but they had a makeout scene. I was like, okay, these little voice actors are putting their foot in this, and like they had
The detail, the
yeah,
subtleties, the tenderness. Like it's not just
it's not
it's not
just
just smut for smut.
hentai.
It's like
Hmm.
yeah,
That's why I love it, and I be so upset, and people be like, "Why do you like Boys Love?" You know, I'm like, because I feel like now they some of them they're not great, but in this case, like I feel like it's so intimate, and it was just like so better. Like even the episodes are short; they're like 3-4 minutes, but like the little story was cute, and like the make out scenes, and it's just like so cute. I don't know, it's just like feels more. I don't know, something. It doesn't feel like we're just here. We just here for the smashing, but it
Right.
feels like even though we're just here for that, it tries to really give you intimacy and like connect you to these characters. And the woman who wrote this, I don't know. She's doing the Lord's work, and just the animation, the energy they put into. Because I've seen smut, I've seen hentai. You ain't getting all that. You ain't getting all that in some of these. I'm just saying, it'd be like a little cover over it. You ain't getting
Mhm.
like some of them. It'll be like, oh, we're gonna sleep together now. It'll be like a little cover, and the budget be low, and the lighting be trash, and the line art be mid. This is not the case with me, y'all, at all. They studied, okay?
And listen,
They
and I
stu-
just like it ain't never in my life felt urge to be a submissive little thing. Well, no, I'm gonna change my
but
tune.
mignon,
I'm gonna
Team
change
Mignon.
my tune a
I
little
was
bit.
not expecting it. I mean, I kind of was at first when we first were watching that, because I watched this in the Discord with like 100 other people. And when we were watching the first episode, we were trying to figure out, okay, so like, for Doc being all aggressive in the beginning, yeah, I just listen, folded like a lawn chair. That's all I'm gonna say. Folded like a lawn chair.
I just had
So
to bring it up. I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
nobody
That's
was
all I gotta
expecting
say.
that.
I
And
just had to bring
speaking
it up.
of, Oh My Senpai is probably having her Center Sunday in her Discord where we be watching Boys Love. Um, so I'm probably gonna scoot on over there and see what they watching this week. So that being said, I will
That's
see
right.
y'all next week for Otaku Talk. Be on the lookout on Twitch because I'm popping back on there to do some gaming streams and some just chatting streams. We gotta listen to some music, react to some music videos. Um, why does it say okay?
Y'all,
Um,
I am Doja got me bad ping ponging because she just released Demons, and I'm like another one.
I'm not into demons. I'm not into demons.
I actually really like the song. I like the
I
song.
don't really care for the song as much. I
I
do
don't
like
know.
the second part, the flow. I like her flow in the second
I think
part
that
of the
is definitely
song.
what got me. The first part was like,
Mhm.
okay, I like the hook, but when she got into the second verse, I was like, oh, this is kind of
And she
this
switched
is
up that
crazy.
flow.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
then the
I mean
music
that was
video, I
cute,
don't
but it's
know.
not the strongest.
It's not the strongest. I think the
Oh well, I'm
strongest was the
not.
last one. Paint the Town Red. I think the strongest
You
was
think
Paint.
really? I didn't really care for that one. I don't know. I liked the first single the most, honestly. I
Attention.
like the
I
first one.
think attention.
Attention.
I think
It's
looking
giving
at
like
what
Eight
she's
Mile or something.
doing,
Something about it.
it is giving a mile. It is giving a mile. It's probably the hardest, I guess, in the
Hmm.
vein of like rap, because she did claim that she's gonna be doing enough of rap on this album. So
Yeah.
like for rap, I definitely would say that's probably the strongest. But just theatrically and musically, I think the second one was a home.
I don't know. That
She's
second
getting
video
me.
was
She's
giving
getting me
like
on her
Paper
side.
Mario. It was giving Paper Mario to me. Or is it like this Wario game where it be having these little demons? Like if you play
Well,
Smash Brothers.
she turned her paintings into that music video. Those like
That's what
three
I'm
or
saying.
four
That little
paintings that
painting,
she
the one
did.
she had, I was just like, that looked like on Smash Brothers. They have this stage from like a Waluigi game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom demon, the stage I'm talking about. Like if she see you, like they shoot eyes, like they be in the shadows and they'll like pop in the room. And then they'll be looking. And if you get caught in the light, you'll fly off the stage. And that's what that music video just made me think of this.
I'll
Smash
probably if
Brothers
I see it,
stage.
it'll make me think of it. But yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just when you mentioned music, I was like, oh, she got me. Like I don't know if I'm still debating getting last minute tickets to this tour,
You can go
but
to them tickets to get sprayed with cow's blood. I mean, pig's blood. Go ahead. Because I just feel
and I'm
like
like,
Doja would do that. I just feel
where
like she would do
is where's the visceral? Where is the lady that was talking about Beyonce? And y'all think y'all gonna go to this concert like it's not a gate? That whole
that. Well,
concert's a
because,
gate.
oh, yeah. But I'm like,
Where's
because
Ski
it's
for
so
Doja?
overt with Doja, though, it's kind of like makes you kind of just be like, okay. I mean, it's so in your face. It's not even like hidden or anything. It's just not as interesting to talk about, I think.
So we
And
attack
Beyonce
on
ain't even
people you
doing nothing.
speculate. That's what I'm saying. We attack on the people that you speculate to be devil worshippers and all that stuff. When Doja's over here, demon, murder, demon, and you ain't nothing.
She in her Illuminati era. She's in her Illuminati era. So I'm be interested to see what's on the other side of Doja's Illuminati era. Because you see Miley on here tonight. I used to be young.
Okay. But Miley wasn't getting this kind of traction. Like that's the thing.
But she was.
Panda Town Red is probably her most successful song. I think it just
that's unfortunate. Because I feel like it's not really her best song, and that's
but that's
like
the thing. Like I feel like now that she's like, because she's lost a crazy amount of Twitter followers when she was doing her little thing, and now since she released Demons, this is the first time I saw her Instagram change from 25 million. I think last time I saw it was like 25.7 million. And I was like, that's crazy. So she actively losing people, but at the same time, you still got 24 million followers.
That's crazy. And I'm like, it's not even her best song. I really don't care for Paint Town Red. Like it's catchy or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna turn the radio off if it come on. But it's just like, I mean, it's not.
She had 24.7. 24.7.
Damn. Because see, they were talking about she lost 250,000 followers on.
But that was on Twitter.
Got 25 million. But she's up there. It's
right. Until her shit jumped down from 25 to like 13. When she thought like losing millions of fans, then maybe
before I jump off here, Hallie's pregnant. Okay, I just want to say that before we get cussed out by Chloe. I don't want to get cussed out by Chloe.
I already said it.
I don't want to get cussed out by Chloe. I just think she is.
I already said it.
It's a little more
because I was about to say you wasn't singing that when I brought it up last time.
I was saying like she could. I was thinking she could be, but they came out with the Victoria's Secret line. And maybe those pictures were taken. I'm sure those pictures were taken a couple months ago. They released a little. Yeah, they released a collection for Victoria's Secret. And they released a photo shoot, but I'm assuming that photo shoot is like 2 months old. Let's just 2 months to month old. But even still, why Hallie has a flat stomach. And like, how they style. You remember how like Destiny Child, like you knew Kelly was gonna have them pants on. You knew that's like how their styling is. Somebody always gonna show a midriff. She'll gonna have them legs out with the flowy little back. Beyonce gonna have this. So with Hallie, because she's got like an athletic, she's slim, she has a flat stomach. She's usually showing her abdomen. You ain't found one picture in this Victoria photo shoot for the Victoria's Secret photo shoot where she's just showing her stomach like that. And the one piece she got on that is kind of showing her stomach is at an angle from the top. And she has like kind of like boxers on underneath. And then it's like really loose pants right at where her belly button starts. I'm like, that's strange styling choice. Yeah. I think it's that one. Yeah. So it's like, you could hide a stomach in there. And mind you, this would have been like a month or two ago. So she wasn't as big. So she could probably still swing it. Versus now, you ain't going to see none of that. So I don't know. I'm just like, yeah. The fact that she's posing the way she's posing in that, for me, was really... That means she had a little bump on the lower half. You can't really see it from the top, but you could probably see it from the bottom, certain angles. But yeah.
From the front, you see it from the...
Let me see if I can pinky doll myself out real quick before we go. I'm pinky doll. Yes. Anyway, we'll catch y'all next week. We'll be back. And don't forget to keep it cute. That's gonna be it. It's gonna be a cold close because I ain't got none of my stuff set up. Bye.
Oh, how you not gonna have your stuff set up? This is a professional environment, establishment. You gotta make sure you have all your stuff going up at all times.
It's really not. Bye, y'all.
Bye.